Does anyone else out there share a legacy in their family of constantly being compared to another relative? On my dad's side, I was compared to my father's biological sister, which was a good thing. But on my mom's side, I was compared to my Aunt Maren. Apparently, I look like Aunt Maren, and I talk like Aunt Maren. I have curly hair and texture just like Aunt Maren. Aunt Maren went to Europe when she was in high school and came back mentally messed up. So when I was in high school and studying German and loving it and wanted to go with the rest of my high school class and my German teacher over to Germany for a little trip, my mom was scared that something would happen to me like what had happened to Maren. They played this little game with me. I got this big long chore chart of all these things I had to do to go to Europe. I had to do it every day, the whole school year, and perfectly. And then when the time came to sign up for the trip, I went to my parents and said, look, I did this the very best that I could. I could go, right? My mother produced her own list of the days when I hadn't been perfect and explained to me that our covenant, our contract, had been broken because I had failed to completely keep my part of the bargain. Yet again with Mormon God. You see, this is the idea I had of deity because I grew up with this kind of bullshit. Obviously, my mother and father had never planned to let me go to Germany and had used that hope to get as much work out of me as they could for a whole school year. But then something happened they hadn't planned on. I won a study trip abroad to Germany through AATG. I was the state of Michigan winner. So they were kind of forced to let me go to Germany because the whole town knew about it. So I went on my month trip over to Nuremberg and came home and wanted to go to BYU so I could keep studying German with the famous language program there at BYU. Again, the specter of Maren was brought up. What if I turned into Maren and went mentally ill like Maren? Always this aunt, the crazy aunt. I was going to end up like my crazy aunt. Pretty amazing for a woman that I've never met, who's now dead, to have that legacy constantly hanging over my head. Hey, Mom, I'm not Maren!